kept the chat open. It wasn't because I expected anything, just didn't close it. Like if I left it there long enough, it might turn into something else. Your last message, still sitting at the bottom. Same timestamp, same silence. I told myself I'd close it later, but later kept changing its shape. I kept the chat open, not waiting, just forgetting to let it go. And every time I saw it, it felt like you were still one message away from being here again. The day moved forward, I didn't. Notifications came and went, but that one screen stayed the same, like nothing else mattered. Some endings don't happen when you leave, they happen when you stop replying. I kept the chat open, even when I knew nothing new would come. It wasn't hope anymore, just habit, pretending to be something softer. If I closed it, would it feel like losing you twice? Or just finally admitting you already left a long time ago? I kept the chat open until it didn't feel like a conversation anymore. Just a place where something used to happen between us. I finally closed it, but I still remember it open. The light is still on. I didn't mean to leave it like that. I just forgot. One night turning into another, and suddenly it became part of the room. Sometimes I look at it like it belongs to a decision I haven't made yet. I walk past it slowly, like it might change if I don't disturb it. But it never does, it just stays. The light is still on, and I don't know why I keep it that way. Not because I'm waiting, not because I believe you'll come back. Just because turning it off feels like saying nothing ever happened here, and I'm not ready for that. I tried once, reach for the switch, stopped halfway, it felt too final for something so ordinary. So I left it like I always do with things I can't explain. Some habits don't leave when people do, they just stay behind and learn your silence. The light is still on, and it doesn't feel like waiting anymore. It feels like memory refusing to leave the room, like it's still keeping a version of you alive in the Or would it just mean I finally accepted you're not part of this anymore? The light is still on, but it doesn't belong to you now. It belongs to everything I didn't say in time. And I think that's how it ends, not with turning away, but with learning how to live beside what won't disappear. The light is still I got a new phone last December. Moved all my pictures, changed all my passwords, deleted all contacts, cleared out my inbox. Told myself it was a fresh start, the kind people talk about when they're trying to heal. But somehow your message survived, buried somewhere between forgotten things. I found it at 2 in the morning, looking for something else. I never deleted it, I guess a part of me knew one day I'd miss the way you talk more than I'd miss you. I never deleted it, even after all this time. Just a few words on a glowing screen, still able to break my heart. It wasn't important, nothing dramatic, just you asking if I got home safe. A stupid little message from a random Tuesday, the kind of thing nobody thinks to say. But there you were, still sounding like someone who cared. And suddenly the room felt smaller than it did before. I never deleted it, I guess a part of me knew one day I'd miss the way you talk more than I'd miss you. I never deleted it, even after all this time. Just a few words on a glowing screen, still able to break my heart. It's strange what survives, not the promises, not the plans, not the reasons we fell apart. Just one small message from a Tuesday night saying, text me when you get home. I never deleted it, maybe I never wanted to. Maybe letting go isn't something you finish all at once. I never deleted it, and maybe that's alright. Some memories stay, not because they hurt, but because they matter. Oh. I got a new phone last December, and somehow you came with it. Still slow down here, same crosswalk, same red light. I don't even notice it anymore until I do. My foot eases off the pedal without thinking, like the car remembers what I try not to. You used to wait here on the corner with your hands in your sleeves, always a little late, always smiling like it didn't matter. Now it's just a place I pass, but my body still thinks you're part of it. I still slow down here, even when I tell myself not to. It's not hope, it's just habit, a memory my hands never learn to forget. And for a second, I almost see you standing there again. The city didn't change, the light still turns green the same way it always did, but something in me keeps looking for what isn't there. I pass it quickly, then regret it slowly. Some places don't need people to still feel full of them. I still slow down here, like it means something, like it used to. Like if I wait long enough, you might step back into the frame without knowing I'm watching. If I ever stop slowing down, does that mean I've healed, or just learned how to leave you behind the road instead of in front of me? I still slow down here, but one day I won't, and I don't know if that will feel like freedom or forgetting. Same crosswalk, same red light, but you're not there. I saw your message, it showed up while I was doing nothing. Just a small vibration on a normal day. Your name on the screen like it never left. I opened it, read it once, then again, and didn't answer. It wasn't that I didn't know what to say, I just didn't know what it would bring back. I didn't reply, not because I moved on, but because I stayed still long enough to let it pass. And somehow that hurt more than saying anything would've. The day kept going, same sounds outside, same light in the room, but my phone stayed there like it was waiting for a version of me that I couldn't reach anymore. Some messages don't need answers, they just reopen what you thought was closed. I didn't reply, and I told myself it was fine, but I still checked the screen scared of what I'd become if I answered you. Or maybe I already knew we wouldn't sound the same anymore. I didn't reply, and life moved on anyway. But somewhere in that silence, I kept your message like it still meant something I hadn't figured out yet. I saw your message, I never answered it. We never really broke, we never really broke. There was no ending, no final fight, no moment that explained everything. Just two people slowly learning how to stop reaching for each other. I still remember how normal it felt when it started fading. Maybe that's what hurts most. Nothing collapsed, it just softened until it disappeared. We never really broke, we just stopped being part of each other's days. No loud goodbye, no reason to hate, just space where there used to be us. And I think that's why I still look back without knowing why. People ask when it ended, I never know what to say because nothing ended. It just became less and less until it felt like nothing at all. The hardest part isn't losing someone, it's realizing they were already gone before you noticed. We never really broke, we just stopped telling each other the small things, and somehow the small things were everything. If I could go back, I wouldn't fix anything big. I'd just answer faster, stay a little longer, say the things we thought we had time for. We never really broke, we just became two separate lives, moving through the same memories. And maybe that's why it still hurts, because nothing was destroyed. It just stopped being held. We never really broke, we never really broke, we never really broke, we never really broke. We just let go without meaning to. I still hear you in small things. I walk past that cafe again, the one we used to sit in too long, talking about nothing important, like we had all the time in the world. The chairs are still the same, but no one sits the way you did. Half turned toward the street, like you were always ready to leave. I don't know when it stopped, feeling like it was ours. It didn't happen at once, just slowly, without us noticing. You don't call anymore, and I don't know when that became normal. I still catch myself waiting for your name to show up, like some habits don't care about endings. And I miss you most in the middle of ordinary days, when nothing is wrong, but nothing feels the same. I tried going there alone, thinking it might feel different, thinking I might feel stronger, but the same table still feels like you're missing from it. Not in a loud way, just in a way that stays, like something unfinished that never got fixed. We never said goodbye properly, we just stopped being part of each other's days. And you don't call anymore, and I still forget that sometimes I'll see something funny, reach for my phone, then remember I have no one to send it to first. And that's the part that hurts in a quiet way, because it still feels like you should be there. If I sit long enough in the same place we used to be, I can almost hear it again. Not your voice, just the memory of having someone to talk to. You don't call anymore, but I still think in your direction, like some part of me never updated the story. And maybe I won't, maybe some people don't leave completely, they just stop replying while still being everywhere. You don't call anymore, but I still listen. I saw your name next to hers. It was just a picture somebody else posted. You look different, not happier, just comfortable. She had your jacket on, the one you used to say was too big for anybody else. I guess you were wrong. I closed my phone, I really tried to let it be, but all night long one thought wouldn't leave me. Does she know about the old bookstore, the one we'd hide in when it rained? Does she know you always hum before your favorite part of every song? I hope you made new memories. I just hope you didn't give her all of mine. Remember that motel outside the city, the broken vending machine, the awful coffee? We laughed so hard we missed checkout. I thought nobody else would ever know that version of you. Now I wonder if she does. Maybe that's how love works, maybe people don't change, maybe I'm just finding out too late. Does she know about the old bookstore, the one we'd hide in when it rained? Does she know you always hum before your favorite part of every song? I hope you made new memories. I just hope you didn't give her all of mine. I don't hate betrayed her, she didn't steal you. You walked there on your own. I just wish the things we built had stayed a little ours. Maybe she'll never notice the little things I still remember. Maybe to her they're just habits, but to me they were promises. And if you tell her you've never felt like this before, I hope you stop for just a second and remember you once said that to me. I saw your name next to hers. I wish it didn't feel so familiar. I typed it and deleted it. It started like every other night, just me, just the screen. Your name already there before I even thought about it. I wrote a line, then another, then stopped like my own words didn't trust me anymore. Some messages don't fail because of what they say, but because of what they mean after you send them. It's the message I didn't send, still sitting in my head, like it never got erased, and I keep replaying it, like maybe one version of it would've changed something, but it never does. Kept going, phone down, room still. I opened the draft again, just to look at it, not to send, just to remember how close I came. Some words are heavier when they stay inside. It's a message I didn't send, and somehow it feels because it still belongs to a version of me that almost tried. If I had sent it, would it have mattered, or would it just be another ending written a little earlier? It's the message I didn't send, and I think I understand now. Not everything that feels important needs to leave your hands to hurt you. Oh, I never sent it. The picture's still there on the bookshelf, turned upside down, but still there. I don't check your profile like I used to. I don't ask our friends what you're doing. I don't drive past your house after midnight, just looking for a reason to think of you. But sometimes the smallest things happen, and suddenly it's all back again. Like hearing your laugh in somebody else's voice, or seeing your birthday written on a form, and for a second I forget that you're gone. The worst part isn't losing you. The worst part isn't saying goodbye. It's losing who I was with you, and not knowing why I can't let you go. I think I already have, but I still miss the person I became when you were mine. I found an old receipt in my winter coat, movie tickets from 2 years ago. I almost threw it away, then folded it back, like keeping small things could somehow bring us back. And I know how ridiculous that sounds, but grief is strange, it doesn't leave in a straight line. Some days you're just a memory, some days you're everywhere. The worst part isn't losing you. The worst part isn't saying goodbye. It's losing who I was with you, and not knowing why I can't let you go. I think I already have, but I still miss the person I became when you were mine. Maybe that's what love does, maybe that's the deal. Someone leaves and takes a version of you that never comes back, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's healing, maybe I'm getting there. The worst part isn't losing you. The worst part isn't saying goodbye. It's losing who I was with you, and learning to survive. I don't need another chance, I don't need you to return. I just wish I could meet that version of me one more time. One more time. One more time. The picture's still there on the bookshelf, turned upside down, but still there. I miss who I was before everything changed. There's an old road that doesn't look the same anymore. The corner store is gone. The oak tree was cut down last spring, and somebody painted over the wall where we wrote our names. I stood there longer than I planned, trying to remember what it felt like to believe life was always waiting for us. We were so sure the world would how quietly the little things disappear. Take me back to the afternoons that lasted forever, when all we needed was a place to sit and someone who knew our story. If there's still a corner where nothing has changed, that's where I'll find the part of me I thought I'd lost. These days move faster than I know how to follow. Everyone's chasing something, everyone's going somewhere. And I keep wondering, growing up started feeling like getting farther from home. Sometimes I miss the smallest conversations, the kind that never mattered then but mean everything now. I don't need another new beginning. I just miss having somewhere that felt certain. Take me back to the afternoons that lasted forever, when silence never felt lonely and tomorrow never sounded so far away. If there's still a light waiting somewhere for me, I hope it remembers the person I'm still trying to become. Maybe home was never a place, maybe it was the people who made ordinary days feel enough. Take me back, not to live there forever, just long enough to remember how hope used to feel. Then let me carry that little piece of yesterday into whatever comes next. Because if I can still find one place, one face, one memory that feels like home, maybe I'm not as lost as I thought. I miss who I was, but maybe I'm still on my way back to her. You called me by mistake. My phone lit up just after midnight. Your name filled the screen like nothing had changed. I answered without thinking, heard a few seconds of traffic, someone laughing in the background. Then the line went dead, you never called again. I stared at the ceiling long after the room went dark. It was only one mistake. Why did it feel like the whole night started over? I know you didn't mean to find me. I know my number wasn't the one you wanted, but hearing your name for just a little while was enough to pull me back to every promise I was finally learning how to live without. The next morning I bought coffee on my way to work. The girl behind the counter asked how my day was going. I smiled, said I was fine, picked up my cup and walked away before she could ask anything else. Some days healing feels real. Some days one small accident changes everything. I know you didn't mean to find me. I know my number wasn't the one you wanted. Still my heart kept ringing long after my phone stopped. I wish forgetting worked that fast. Maybe somewhere you never even noticed. Maybe you left, locked your phone, and kept driving home. I know you didn't mean to find me. That's what hurts the most. Because one careless moment became another sleepless night, and you never had to carry it. You were already moving on. I was still trying to catch my breath. You called me by mistake. I answered like it still meant something. I almost called you. Your name was already tight. My thumb was already there. It wasn't a big reason, just a small moment that felt too familiar to ignore. I sat there watching the screen like it might decide for me. Then I locked it, put the phone face down, like that could change anything. Some decisions are just silence, wearing different shades. I didn't call. I didn't call, that's the truth. But I thought about you the whole time after, wondering if you'd answer, wondering if you'd say my name like it still belonged to you. The night kept moving, cars outside, someone laughing down the stairs. Everything normal, except inside me something stayed, half a step away from reaching out. It's strange how not doing something can still feel like a choice you made. I didn't call, but I replayed it anyway. What I would say, how you would sound, how fast everything could fall back into the shape it used to have. Maybe I was scared, or maybe I already knew you wouldn't answer the way I hoped. I didn't call, and life kept going, but somewhere in that silence I stayed behind for a little longer than I should have. was already typed. I deleted it, but I didn't forget it. There's still a plate on the table. I keep telling myself I'll wash it later, but later keeps turning into another day where nothing moves. It's not even dirty anymore. It just feels wrong to touch it, like it still belongs to a moment I didn't finish living. I walk past it slowly, like it might remind me of something I forgot to accept. Still a plate on the table, and I don't know when I stopped noticing it. It used to mean dinner, used to mean us, used to mean you coming back after a long day. Now it just sits there, like it's waiting for a version of us that doesn't exist anymore. And I don't move it, because moving it feels like losing the last thing that still remembers. I eat standing up now, not because I want to, just because sitting there feels like pretending you might sit across from me again. Sometimes I set the table anyway, just out of habit, then I stop halfway, like my hands remember what my mind tries to forget. Some routines don't break, they just lose the person they were made for. There's still a plate on the table, and I leave it like it matters. Not because I'm waiting for you, but because it's the only thing that still feels like a shared moment. Even if it isn't, even if it never will be again. If I put it away, would the room feel lighter? Or would it just feel like you were never part of it at all? There's still a plate on the table, and I think I understand it now. It's not about food or habit or forgetting to clean up. It's about the way some things stay behind long after people leave, and how I'm still learning how to live around that. Still a plate on the table. There's still a plate on the table. There's still a plate on the table. It still smells like you. I found your blue hoodie mixed in with my laundry. I don't remember when you left it here. I held it for a second, then folded it again, like you come back looking for it tomorrow. Some habits don't know we've already said goodbye. It's never the big things, it's always something small that catches me first. I miss the life between the moments, the drive home, the grocery store, waiting for you outside my apartment. My friend says I should give it away. She says it's only a sweatshirt. Maybe she's right, but she never saw you wear it in the rain or wrap it around me when I forgot my jacket. Some things stop being just things. I keep telling myself it's only fabric. My heart still disagrees. We never noticed. Burnt coffee, long red lights, laughing over nothing on the way home. If I'd known those little evenings would become memories, I would have stayed inside them longer. One day I'll wash away the last trace of your cologne, just not today. Just your blue hoodie hanging by the couch, making this place feel like you'll be back any minute. It still smells like you. Maybe that's why I haven't put it away. Still go there sometimes. The coffee shop hasn't changed much. Same table by the window, same slow mornings. I feel like nothing is rushing them. I sit down without thinking, like it's still a place we share. And I remember you don't come here anymore, but my body still does. You don't sit there anymore, but I still look up when the door opens for a second. I expect your voice, your steps, your way of saying my name like it already belonged to you. And every time I have to remember again. The waitress knows me now. She doesn't ask what's new. She just brings the same order I used to share with you. I never corrected her, because it feels easier than explaining why I'm still here without you. Some places don't forget people, even when they leave them. You don't sit there anymore, but I still leave space without meaning to, like a habit that never learned how to stop waiting. And I hate that part of me still believes you might walk in like nothing changed. If I stop coming here, would it mean I've moved on? Or just that I've stopped remembering the shape of where we used to be? You don't sit there anymore, but I still do. Not because I'm waiting for you, but because some memories don't leave the places they happen. They just stay there long after we do. I still go there sometimes.